to Lisbon. You would like to be on it.
Why? What's in Lisbon?
Clipper to America.
Who are you really? And what were you before? What did you do and what did you think, huh? I mean, guys, of all the movies in all the genres in all the world, how does everything about this one just fall into place so perfectly? You take the setting, time and place, this spot of supposed safety where the war still rages on in its own little way. The story of how Rick and Ilsa were so happy in Paris, separated on the day the Germans invaded. Their story just, that story alone, the flashback story, just told in a few minutes on screen is so beautiful. It's one of the most amazing, quotable love stories in cinema history. Here's looking at you. I didn't come up with that. The entire nature of Rick Blaine is one of the smoothest and most tragic characters in cinema history. Casablanca during the war is one of the most incredible, just storytelling settings imaginable, you know, for any kind of story. They could tell stories about the resistance properly, you know, and them going on and doing great stuff, actually fighting the war. But instead they told this tragic romance. And, well, you know, what kind of beautiful, amazing setting in time and place is there more so for this kind of tragic love story than this, you know? Which somehow manages to still have, at the very least, a bittersweet ending, if not quite a happy ending, really. You just feel like this film gives you such a complete picture of the world it's set in, you know? Of the war and what it was like for people. You know, the people escaping Bulgaria and so desperate to make it to America. What more symbolizes the kind of opposite side of war, of the people who are just desperate to get away from it and stay safe and keep their families safe, than this kind of story, this kind of place where people would come and just do anything they could to get out and get away from the war as far as possible. You could talk about war movies, romance movies, drama movies. This has it all. It has everything. It's astounding to me that this was made during the war as well. You know, that's crazy. And of course, the film is the one that deserved the Best Picture Oscar award for 1943. I was going to just take a break from doing the Best Picture Oscar watch through for December, because I've got the advent calendar going on, all this. And then I just blacked out, and this was on, and I couldn't stop myself. The real tragedy about this in the Oscars is that it won Best Picture, it won Best Director, it won Best Adapted Screenplay. It didn't win any either acting award. Come on with that. Come on with that. Slightly tragic. Anyway, here is my 1 minute review for Casablanca.
Of all the gin joints in all the towns in all the world, she walks into mine. He's looking at you, kid.
It is amazing how Humphrey Bogart managed this performance as a character who spends the majority of the film just drinking and feeling sorry for himself. Yeah, you don't think about it that way, but that is what he's doing for a solid half of the runtime at least. Besides that, so much about this is so iconic that I was just rewatching it now. I'm just doing a little dance of excitement every few minutes for something epic coming up, because there are so many epic things, you know, that when Sam plays as time goes by, every time Sam plays as time goes by, the French and the Germans just singing their opposing anthems. Oh my god. The time when Rick does help those Bulgarians escape by letting them win at roulette, things like that, you know, it's just all so beautiful. And I mean, come on with that last speech, man, with the "you're getting on that plane" speech. I can't. Every time I hear it, I just go, wow. You just really do sit down. As someone like me who loves to write and stuff, you just wish you could write something like that. Go ahead and shoot, you'd be doing me a favour. I mean, come on with that. I was gonna give Casablanca 89 out of 100, but guys, if I don't put this in the 90s, then I'll regret it. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow. It won't be later than tomorrow, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to give it 93 out of 100. It's too glorious to score any lower, and as far as Best Pictures go, at the very least, there's only a couple that can match or beat this for me. And that's all for this one, guys. In case you hadn't noticed, it's Christmas time, and we've got 1 minute review advent calendar. There's Christmas movies being reviewed every day, so you better subscribe to check those out. And there's plenty of other stuff. There's plenty of all their old Oscar winners. If you want to check out more reviews of those, hey, you can check it all out here on Pop Culture Show. Why am I speaking like that? Subscribe!